The first item on our agenda is a new hearing for 108 Middlesex Turnpike as advertised. Please come up to the microphone and give us an overview of your proposal, please.
I only turned off 7, so it's hard to.
We should, these new plans? Oh, they're larger versions, okay.
Just kind of additional clarification, these are not.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
We clarified on our plans to call out the signage exactly as Mr. Ungerson had labeled them in his formal. And, well, let me first start by saying, appreciate you hearing my request tonight. What you'll see, the discrepancy is simply in the site plan on page 2, how we've called out the signs. So, for whatever reason, and this was just an oversight on our part, we hadn't applied E and F here on this site plan, which is those awning letters, those tagline letters on the front, and then on the right elevation. For whatever reason, we didn't show that as signage. We always do. I don't know why we didn't this time. But Mr. Ungerson obviously included that in his comments. And then we did not include G in our initial proposal. So that's what you're seeing here is where we're calling out exactly as Mr. Ungerson has labeled the signs in his denial. We've called it out here, just so it's easier to read. So that we can. However, and I won't take much of your time, obviously. I'm sure you all have deliberated and looked it over. Being out here for, I guess this is my 5th trip now, so Eddie V's, I think, more times than this one. Now, this area is obviously very populated, very highly traveled corridor, and that stop sign, especially, and obviously to the west, excuse me, to the east, also is very, and traffic gets backed up. We believe that the signage on these elevations is an aesthetic addition, a positive aesthetic addition to the corridor. These are not bad, ugly-looking signs. They're not egregious. We believe that these to be minor requests considering the corridor and the need, since we're not proposing a freestanding sign, the need for directional wayfinding. And if I may, I'd ask that the board consider these kegmen, which would be sign G, as we do, to be more so works of art and or light sconces, more so than signs. There's no commercial copy on them. There's no commercial text. It's not a form of advertising. It's a matter. It's an attempt to break up the vastness of the elevation by providing some additions to the architecture, the way it's laid out. And then the awning text. Those are non-illuminated vinyl. It's not a copy on the awnings, and so those again we would hope to consider minor. I'd love to answer any questions that you may have, any comments, concerns that you have about the site proposal.
Great, thank you. Jim, let's start with you. Any questions?
Not right now, no.
Brenda?
Just curious, it's this classic rock. Are you having live entertainment? Are they going to have live entertainment there as well?
I don't believe that's something they do at most of the art houses, but I couldn't answer that for sure.
Nothing.
Obviously, they advertise the classic rock. I'm not sure if that's referring to live. I apologize.
Okay.
And eaten at a couple, and there hasn't been, but.
Yeah, no, I haven't either, but I haven't seen live music either, but no, nothing just yet. I still need to kind of scope through the package. Thank you.
Charles?
So as I look through it, we'd be able to keep like the signs and the kegmen to 90 lumens per square foot.
Absolutely.
I don't really have any questions at the moment.
Mark?
So you just indicated that you didn't consider the kegmen to be a sign, but art. Is that what you said, or no?
But I
You
apologize.
did not consider the kegmen to be a sign. You said it was art. It was,
Yeah, that's generally, because, I mean, we work with Yard House to permit these across the nation, and it really just depends on the municipality. I would say, really, I guess you don't really care what other people are saying, but no, we don't consider this to be signage, but per your code, this would be, and per Mr. Anderson's interpretation of the code, this would be a sign. We generally look at this as, this is artwork, these are light sconces, you can see the details on pages, it's in the back, it's 16, 17, 18. No, I apologize, that's wrong. This, it would be, page 14 or 15, kind of showing the nature of these. No commercial text, no advertising, simply just something they, in the past year or so, that Yard House has started to add to every one of their locations, kind of just one of their
so
architectural.
you're right. The building inspector did categorize it as a sign, and so I am in agreement with the building inspector that there are more signs than are allowed at that level, and I'm just against the number of signs on that side of the building. I know now that you now apparently, because we were unaware until you just informed us by giving us these new plans, how the, across the middle of the front of the building there's signs, on the windows. Is that where, what is that? Is that a?
Those would be on the awning.
All right, so, I didn't know whether that was identified previously based upon the drawings that you submitted, but I'm not against any of the other signs that you've proposed, but I am against the kegman. Not against beer.
Well, and I appreciate your comments. Yard House that is one of the things that they are very adamant that they can, that we try to work through and obtain those. And so,
Anything else right now, Mark? John?
So I'm looking at the same page, this one here. So the kegmen, we're gonna stay on the kegmen. The kegmen are illuminated?
they've got a halo illumination to them.
Okay, so I would say that makes it a sign, and I'm gonna just tell you right up front that I'm in agreement with Mark now.
Okay.
Okay, I don't really have a problem with the other signs. I thought I was going to, but now that I see them and I see that awning sign is not illuminated, they're just vinyl lettering.
Right.
I think all your other signs are appropriate, but I'm a minimal type of a guy for signs to begin with. And if that was just artwork on the building, I was probably gonna be okay with it, but the illumination bothers me. That to me, because that'll make it a sign. And that's just too many signs on that building. You talk about the corridor, that's just, it's just gonna be too much for one building, my opinion. That's it for me.
Adam?
I would like to echo some of the things that were said. Mostly I agree, with most of the signs. It's just the kegmen kind of add a lot. I don't know if this is something you could consider, but instead of having 2 kegmen in each of the kind of sections of wall, just 1, just as sort of a compromise maybe, but it is a lot of signs.
Thank you.
All right, I'll get to the kegman at the end. On the awning sign that you have here, maybe it just doesn't represent right on the elevation. To me, that looks like just just a flat band. Could you give us maybe a little more detail on like the awning and the projection and, 'cause it doesn't look like there's a lot of space there for an awning.
So, the last two pages of this book call out the black awnings, the way that they're going to appear. If you look specifically at page 18, the bottom does show the awning. However, the lighter gray shows the structure, that, the front of that, the furthermost front.
Can you just show me which page you're looking at? Because,
Yeah, the last page of the packet. So your letters would be applied here. So here's your black awning. Your letters are applied to this part of the architecture.
all right, so it's really not on the awning per se. I don't really have a problem with it, I just want to be clear that I know what I'm looking at.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So where is it
Yeah,
on the,
So we're going to apply here.
Yeah, but that doesn't line up with this.
You're right, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong stuff. These are the awnings here.
So these are awnings and there's.
These are the last pictures.
So these details
you sh-
really don't have anything to do with the
No,
sign.
Yeah, I'm
Can you
sorry.
point that out to Bill?
Yeah, correct. So if you're looking, yeah, my apologies. So
these
the
are
last
the
two pages are
awnings, but there's
referring to
nothing
these
on
two.
the awnings.
Got it.
This structure here is just a break between the windows.
Right. It's flat,
yeah,
flat facade,
Yeah.
black
Yeah.
vinyl with white vinyl lettering.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
just,
And where is that described in the plans?
It is on,
What page?
that piece, that part of the architecture is not,
Okay.
that's just called out from our plans.
but it is called out here that it's just a black background with white vinyl lettering.
Yeah.
Oh,
Vinyl copy only.
page 13.
Yeah, 13, yeah. And that sign is not illuminated in any way? Okay. And, all right, so that clarifies that for me. And the menu board is softly illuminated? You don't know what the lumens are on that by any
Nothing
chance?
specific, but it is software,
Okay.
just to be visible for pedestrians.
That might be too much too, now that I see it. If that's not an awning, if that's just a flat on the board. That may be a bit much as well, because it's redundant. It says it right here in the sign.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, well, we can,
It's only
we can go,
4 inch. What is
we
4
go
inches?
back through that.
You said 13, 8 inches.
8 inches. Wait a minute, 18.
The whole band is 18, the
Oh,
letters are 8.
Letters are 8,
All right, I am also going to echo some of the comments that were made on the Kegman. I think it's too much. There's a lot of signage here already, and these just stand out, and I don't really, I mean, if the Yard House is branding themselves with these things, I don't know that anyone's gonna know that. That doesn't scream Yard House to me, doesn't scream anything. I think it's just over the top. As Adam said, maybe I could consider a compromise with 1 on the building, not 4, or something along those lines, but that's my thoughts on that. I think the other signage, the Yard House signs with the oval, I think those are fine. This is a public hearing, so I'll invite the public to come up and speak against or for this proposal.
Sure, Brent wants that.
Seeing none,
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
motion is made and seconded to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. All right, anyone else have any other comments based on the discussions we've had already?
I'd be willing to compromise and go and say one kegman per space,
Per space,
per space.
not total.
Not total, I would say 2 total at most.
I'm against that.
And that menu sign, it would have to be exclusively for a menu. other comments.
Anybody else, any other comments?
I'm gonna be against it too, just so the board knows first.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I could probably been convinced of one, but I really don't see the need for it, so I think I'm in agreement that they're not necessary.
I'm not sure they've done it anywhere in the, so this would probably be the first in the nation, but would removing illumination help staff at all?
Not for me.
No.
I would have to see it to know. That, I mean, that could be a separate proposal. There's no, I mean, if you wanted to continue and come back, I don't know if you want to put the rest of the signs on hold for that or not.
Could we vote to split the signs up? Do the rest of the signs and then the kegman, and then continue the kegman?
Yeah, we'd have to split it, sounds like anyways.
Well,
I'm willing to do that and look at it, if you wanna do that.
Yeah, and we can't make any promises, but
Right.
we definitely aren't gonna make a decision on no illumination without seeing it.
I'm in a quandary here. Well, I guess. I guess we would be willing to then remove and propose one kegman per space. It sounds like staff would be, some staff, not all staff, but would be more agreeable to that option.
All right, well, we can do this, we can split those signs off, and we can vote on the other signs, and we can continue that portion of it till our next meeting. And you can bring us something back or submit it in advance.
When would the next hearing be, Ms.
And we could continue more than one meeting if you needed it, but,
The continuance isn't is the problem there. I know they're wanting to move forward as quickly as possible. Ms. Kirk, what would be the procedure in the event that a variance is denied? Is there a waiting period in order to appeal for a second, or to bring an item agenda back, or
if
is
you,
it denied, or is it?
once it's denied, you could come back with a different proposal. You couldn't come back with the same proposal. We'd have to consider it significantly different from the original proposal. And then you could resubmit. I have that right?
Yeah, and there's no necessarily waiting period, it'd just be meeting the agenda deadlines, or the submittal deadlines.
The submittal deadline's correct.
Well, would the board be willing to vote on one per space if we were to remove two of the kegmen?
Let me make that easy for you. Even if at one, with the illuminated signs, I'm gonna vote against it, and so is Mark. You can only have one vote against you to pass.
Oh,
So
well,
with
then
two of
yes.
us
I
being on
thought
that
that-
side,
yeah,
it would
You
be,
need to get 4.
you would need to get 4 out of the 5 of us.
So just so you understand, there's 7 of us here, but only 5 of us are voting, the 5 in the
Two
middle.
alternates.
We have
That's
two,
why
we have two,
there's
we,
5 less.
yeah, we have 2 alternates, so it's a 5 vote, you need 4.
I understand, okay. Well, that doesn't make it easy.
I mean, you could,
Well, in light of that, understanding that this vote won't pass, if we could separate the kegman out, and then I'll come back, we'll have to come back for other proposals, unless Yard House just decides to pull the kegman.
and if they do that, you can withdraw without
Yeah.
prejudice, and that would be fine.
Yeah, look, if we could do that, that would be appreciated.
Okay. All right, does anyone else have any other comments or questions on this before we put a motion on the table? All right, guess we'll start with having split it off then.
I'll make a motion to split the Yard House application two, signs A through F into one application, and signs G1 through G4 in a second application.
Second.
Okay, motion is made and seconded to split the Yard House application into two applications for signs A through F, and then a second application for signs G1 through G4. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0.
And actually, I apologize if I may, if it's still within protocol. Would removing the awning text change anybody's mind? No.
Not for me.
Okay,
No.
well, that's understand, I want to understand all of our options.
Okay. All right, want to start with the Kegman and continue?
Make a motion to continue signs G1 through G4 to October 1st.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to continue signs G1 through G4 to our meeting on October 1st. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. All right. Now for the complicated one.
I'll make a motion to approve Yard House signs A through F as shown on plans dated September 16th, 2019. Sheets 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 and 13. So basically, 3 through 13 minus what's 6 of these.
Second.
So
3 through 3. We do 3 through,
it's 3 through 13 basically, except for page 6.
yeah. Okay, so 3 through 5 and 7 through 13.
Yep.
What about
With the
the awning?
condition,
What about the awnings?
I don't think
I don't think
the awnings are really in our
Yeah.
jurisdiction.
yeah, they're not part of the application anyway.
Okay,
The condition to not to exceed 90 lumens per square foot. And no other signs, even if by right. Put that on this one.
Sure, and you want to put the condition, Brendan said above.
Yeah, the menu to be exclusive before menu only,
Yep.
and soft, what soft
And,
lighting on that?
Condition to, for sign B to be used for menus only.
Okay. That it?
Second.
All right. Motion is made and seconded to approve signs A through F as submitted on pages 3 through 5 and pages 7 through 13, with the conditions, the sign, any of the lighted signs not be more than 90 lumens per square foot, that sign B be used for menus only, and no other signs, even if by right. Get it all?
I think so.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Then we will see you back on the first.
All right, thank you. Hold on to this. All right, the next item on our agenda is the minutes from our meeting on September 3rd.
Make a motion to accept the minutes?
September 2nd. I think that is the wrong day.
that's the wrong date, September 2nd.
Yeah, it was September 3rd. Okay.
Second,
We have to
motion.
modify it, right? Okay, so motion from somebody to modify and approve.
Make a motion to modify.
Motion.
Second.
All right, motion is made and seconded to modify the meeting minutes as discussed, and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? 5-0. We got a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Meeting adjourned.